Then tell me this, Skywise, how come whenever anyone makes a video calling him out, no one is seen defending him? What does being a brother with Christ have to do with him being stupid? You guessed it, folks. The theme today is white knighting. Well, okay, I can use that argument on you too, because he also used that same form of view when he admitted to flagging, which can be taken as he flagged me as well as the others you mentioned. You see, this is me using your logic against you. So yes, that's still proof. So you're saying that him trying to hide from people getting suspicious about him isn't a sign that he's hiding something from people? I'd hate to see you in detective work. That's because you cut off his argument before he could finish it, because the guy does explain why in literally the next second after he proceeds with the video. Good to know you're just as hard-headed as your friend. No wonder you two seem to get along. Aww, aren't we a left-wing leaning parasite? Great job, genius. You just further added to his suspicion. Trying to distance himself from us is exactly why we see that he's suspicious, and you're just confirming our suspicion to be correct. Sir, so far your only attempt to rebut his arguments is by being a grammar Nazi. Are you actually going to make a point, or are you going to play English teacher all day? No, you brain-dead scuzz monkey. He's liable for hiding from people's suspicions and accusations. For someone who complains about context, you certainly don't get the context either. Also, you trying to say that his red flag is unjustified all because of his grammar? I don't even need to make a joke, it speaks for itself. Excuse me, how are you refuting this guy's argument again? You say download the video before commenting, yet we're not talking about videos, we're talking about comments. You can't download YouTube comments. You can screen cap them, which is exactly what I did and sent the screen cap to Elfin Lee guy. Irony that you're complaining about Elfin Lee guy for whining, yet here you are doing the same thing. You're whining about people calling out Suit-Up and his obvious attempt at lying. Also, how is removing comments an offense to people? That's like when Hidden Chambers thought deleting comments is trolling. And the tone of his video? That entire video was practically text. How do you get tone from text? And telling him to deal with it? Guess what? I can say the same thing about Suit-Up and people bashing him. Yet here you are trying to defend him from it. Can you say one-sided? Actually, it is concrete. If you're being accused of something, then why would you try to run away from the accusers? That's the exact definition of suspicious. So people who call him out on his obvious contradictions and suspicions make them pests now? Okay, great to see where your ignorance comes from. Also, how is he not trying to cover his tracks by deleting things so people don't see them? And trust me, he doesn't need our help to defame him. He does that perfectly fine on his own. Irony that you're complaining about Elfin Lee guy for whining, yet here you are doing the same thing. You're whining about people calling out Suit-Up and his obvious attempt at lying. Also, how is removing comments an offense to people? That's like when Hidden Chambers thought deleting comments is trolling. And the tone of his video? That entire video was practically text. How do you get tone from text? And telling him to deal with it? Guess what? I can say the same thing about Suit-Up and people bashing him. Yet here you are trying to defend him from it. Can you say one-sided? Oh, so now there's suspicions. Funny, because that's not what you were saying throughout this entire video. You know, those times where Elfin Lee guy would say that he's acting suspicious, yet you tend to argue how it's not in context. You don't remember saying that at all? Must have slipped your mind, didn't it? I love how you accuse Elfin Lee guy for having misguided ideas, yet this is coming from the guy who keeps pulling the context card just to make things look more convenient for Suit Up. Keep it classy there, Skipper. So you're going to call out Elfin Lee guy for misspelling a word because it takes everything out of context, but what happens when we look at Suit Up's comment and take the context of what he's saying because of his spelling that we see clearly in front of us? You call us misguided. Does the word hypocrite mean anything to you? I'm skipping most of this because all he does is continues to be an English teacher and not even argue with Elfin Lee guy on anything he says. Can I ask you something, and I'm being serious when I ask you this? Were you homeschooled by trailer trash because your intelligence is lower than a rock? He's pointing out Suit Up's hypocrisy and calling people ignorant, yet ironically, he's ignorant because he's constantly treating people like what they say about him is slanderish and non-existent. Oh, and you want proof of him throwing scriptures at people? Okay, here you go. There's one little problem with that statement of yours. He hasn't sincerely apologized to us yet. Funny how you complain about Elfin Lee guy for being slanderish, yet I can recall an earlier point in your video where you're mocking him for his education. Now, isn't that slanderish? Oh, and trust me, it's not that hard to get your friend angry. Just make a joke about babies and he'll think you're a heathen. I should know. Funny because I can say the same thing about you because you've established that you don't even know what the word suspicious means. And ironically, the one word you constantly use out of context is the word context. Also, why are you suggesting a dictionary? He knows what the words he's using means. He just can't spell them. There's a difference, you know. Oh, a way to insult his fans. You know, something you just got finished lecturing Elfin League guy for doing? Insulting? How do you not give Christians a bad name? Simple. Don't use God or his teachings as a shield from people who call you out. Also, if no one can forcibly convert anyone, then why does it seem like he puts so much emphasis on us suffering because we don't see eye to eye with his teachings? Sounds like he's trying to intimidate people to become Christians to me. Oh, I have a name for you. I can call you some brain-dead scuzz monkey who doesn't know how to read. It's also hilarious how you complain about Elfin Lee guy for being ignorant, yet you defend Suit Up's ignorance all because we took it out of context, or so you say. And to add insult to injury, your reasons for calling Elfin Lee guy ignorant are, you guessed it, out of context. You see, people, this guy is what you call a walking paradox. Now, I tried to say a few things on this guy's video in which he responded to me to try again because he's an ignorant guy who only listens to the tune of his pipe, which I tried, but there was one problem. The guy blocked me right after telling me to make a response back to his comment.
Hello everybody. I'm about to do another commentary on the Stockbridge 509. Another commentary on this girl. I think it's a girl. I started to do another commentary on her because there's really another video that really doesn't blow my mind, okay? But what kind of blows my mind is this girl is 10 years old.
Silly Mr. Commentary, you don't have a mind to blow. It's like a neutered puppy who said he got laid.
Now, the Stockbridge 509, she did a video called To All You Haters. She's probably just mad at because we copied her content. Okay, since she's mad about it, we'll let her talk to let her talk to me about.
No, not changing the song. I want to hear Shetsos 11's ears bleed. Swag.
Do you seriously use Justin Bieber songs before your rant starts before, you put Justin Bieber songs before your video starts? You serious? You serious, dude? I mean, well, oh yeah, I called you a dude. Yeah.
Those are fighting words, boy.
Well, I'm not a pretty big fan of Justin Bieber. May I suggest, put songs like Slipknot or Dolly?
God damn it, tubers, I mean Stockbridge. Why do you use the songs I don't like? Why can't you do stuff for me?
Slipknot or System of a Down, or AC/DC. Those are
AC/DC? Dude, it's just AC/DC. How do you fuck up that band's name?
I listened to Justin Bieber songs one time and I was like, well, not pretty much sounds good, so I just, continue.
Yeah, I can tell he's just a crowd follower. His grammar's proof enough.
So, let's continue this commentary, shall we?
Hello everyone, I've got a very important announcement to make, and I'm making this video right now. I'm really angry.
Why are you angry?
Really? You had to cut the video just to ask a question Tubers93, I mean Stockbridge, was going to answer in the next 5 seconds? Am I the only one getting chills in my spine? Because if you feel chills in your spine, then that's called an omen. And I'm getting bad ones.
I'm getting all these haters responding to my Looney Tunes haters video. And people keep throwing this opinion argument at my video. Well, it pisses me off to say this. I have the message for you, haters. To Chaotic Renegade.
Do you really need to write a script or something before you start a new video? Okay, since she's mad about it, we'll let her talk to let her talk to me. I listened to Justin Bieber songs one time and I was like, well, not pretty much sounds good, so I just, continue.
I guess someone needs a script.
Because I consider the fact you just go I don't do that for some reason.
And you not only stammer over your words, but you also cut off your audio before it can finish. At least Tubers93, I mean Stockbridge, finishes all of her thoughts before ending the recording.
Hold this out, don't know how you make his name up there so hard. There's a few people.
I'm sorry, but that made me laugh a little bit, but continue.
It's called audio ducting. Use it sometimes, please.
707, and these haters piss me off!
Okay, not gonna help with the screaming a little bit. Maybe consider the fact you need to turn your volume down a little bit instead of turning it up to full blast.
How does Tubers, I mean Stockbridge, have any control over your volume? The faggotry is strong with this one.
I hate you haters! You bastards! How dare you steal my videos!
You sound like a girl that is begging for a bottle of Gatorade and 12 packs of Hershey bars.
Sorry, I got lost for a second. Was that supposed to be an insult? Bro, your pot shots are as low as the clouds in the sky.
Anyway, I don't understand you people, even including that bastard, ugly motherfucker known as Chaotic Renegade. He's the one responsible for taking the videos, and he's got 64 subscribers.
Are you crying?
Do you not know how to audio duck?
So do you haters out there, fuck you!
What is your problem? oh my gosh, I have never seen a girl, such on the internet can scream so much louder to her trolls.
Well, then you're pretty new to these parts, because Ariana could top Stockbridge in a rage contest hands down.
You know, do you see me screaming? Do you see me screaming like a little girl that's begging for a bottle of Gatorade and a 12-pack of Hershey bars?
And you sound like one of them generic ghetto kids. You try as hard as one too.
Do you see me screaming? No. Screaming is not going to help on the internet, and consider the fact that you're 10, you said you were autistic on your first video during your Looney Tunes video. But, you know, you can't be autistic, though, because, you know, nobody can't, you know, be autistic since they sound like a chipmunk.
So, autism is now determined by the pitch of someone's voice? Sir, not even autistic people are as dumb as you.
Maybe some people that sound like a chipmunk and they're kind of autistic, but, you know, how should I put this? No haters allowed on your channel. Too bad, you're gonna have haters.
I love how you start talking about how autistic people can't sound like chipmunks and you just randomly change it to haters. And you got the nerve to tell other people they need to use scripts? Blow me.
You're gonna have haters. Okay? So most people will might, you know, hate your videos because
Blah
it's all
blah
part of the
blah
YouTube
blah
community.
blah blah
Okay?
blah 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 blah
When
blah.
some people
We fucking get it. Skipping!
seriously. And why so serious? The Stockbridge 509.
Please never do a Mark Hamill impersonation, or any impersonations for that matter. You lack talent.
But you know, hating, well, haters.
Oh, for the love of God, this goes on for like 7 minutes. Why couldn't you have just said, haters are unavoidable and the only thing you can do is compensate? Jesus Christ, no wonder this video is like 13 minutes.
Also, on the other hand, there's been other haters such as Tubers93. That asshole has posted series of hate comments on my channel.
So what? What are you gonna do about it? Flag them? Or consider report them as bullying and harassment? Dude, I don't care if anybody comments on my videos and call me a homo or anything, but you know, it's all part of the YouTube community, and God knows that it's a source that the devil, well, is probably doing the problem, but you know.
My IQ drops lower and lower every time this idiot says something. It's like his speech is a verbal form of cancer that leeches on your cerebrium and devours it from there. I blame the doctor for delivering this child.
You know, a lot of people, you know, that hate you is because that's all part of the YouTube community. You don't have to whine about it, make a video about it, because you have a sense of butthurt, and I don't.
You don't have to make a video about it because you have a sense of butthurt and I don't. So much English and word tossing in one statement. Here's some advice for you. How about instead of writing a script for your commentaries, how about you never make them again because you obviously suck at them? Hey, I never said I was helping you. I was helping YouTube from getting more cancer.
I don't cry, I whine, or complain about these haters, because, you know, but, you know, I used to have a sense of butthurt, but I stopped, because, you know, I can get used to it, and I'm a pretty tough kid.
Sure you are. I'll be looking out for you and your Pinkie Pie figurines when you start watching this video. Mr. Tough Guy.
More than you do. This is my commentary on the Stockbridge 509 signing out. Bye-bye.
My shoulders lean, I snap my lip back, I let my wrist pop, I let my fingers snap. I let my shoulders lean, I snap my lip back, I let my wrist.
Nope, not sitting through that. So, what's left to say about this guy who's obviously stuck in 2010? Stockbridge is a troll account made by tubers.
Hey guys, Realmwarssii here with another commentary. Today's topic is going to be the discussion of Shadow the Hedgehog. Now, before I begin, I'm going to say this. I am somewhat defending the game and somewhat not. because the people who said that defending the game I do have some issues with that I'd like to point out, but the other guy who I will be talking about in this video is something completely different. Yes, I'm talking about Gligar13vids. There, I said your name right. Enjoy your dick stroke while it lasts. Anyway, where have you heard this guy's name before? Probably when he made a video on Sonic Generations saying it sucked when, if you looked at the video, it looked like he couldn't play a video game for shit. I mean, hell, when I first played Green Hill Zone, I ass-ranked that bitch the first time I played it. But today, he's doing a commentary on my friend Shadsoul11. Now, before I begin, I would like to state this before someone starts going and pointing fingers saying, "Oh, you're just defending him because he's your friend." No, not true at all. I'm defending Tom because Gligar made a shitty commentary towards him, and you will see as to why when I get into it. Although there are some things that I'd like to bring up about Tom as well, because there's some things that I'd like to tell him about as well in this video, so that's where the semi-defense comes in. So anyway, let's begin with this, shall we? Wow, did I drag this shit on.
Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna make
Dear God, it's Seaster91 before he hit puberty.
Shadow the Hedgehog X-Play commentary, or quote, defense, as in D-E-F-E-N-C-E.
Congratulations! You can S-P-E-L-L. That doesn't stop you from being an F-A-G-G-O-T.
Well, this video is bad. This guy pretty much explains how not to commentate on a video. He does pretty much every single fanboy defense you can possibly do, such as saying, the guy sucks, and pausing it right before the guy explains why it sucks to be like, why does it suck? You don't even say why.
Keep in mind that he said that. Keep in mind that he said that. Tom does nothing but pulls every single generic fanboy defense argument, because that's gonna come back and bite him right in the ass.
All in all, this is not how you make a commentary and not how you make your point across.
Uh-oh, the master of commentaries has spoken. Let's all blindly listen like the mindless tools he thinks we are.
So, in other words, this video fails. Now, about Shadow the Hedgehog, everyone needs to know why I think this game is stupid. Well, just watch my video. I made a video on why I don't like this game and why it's stupid, but some people cannot handle the opinions, so let me begin with this video, shall we? One more thing. I have muted the intro on his video, even though it's really bad, because I don't want the claim people to be on me. So, in other words, let's just start this video off. And one more thing.
Oh, so it's Joshua A428 syndrome. Oh, I have one more thing to say, followed by 30 other things.
After you stopped saying what you want.
What a crap full of fuck platypus.
Okay. Look at this Windows Movie Maker titles and stuff. Okay, the Irate Gamer, yeah, everyone dislikes him, but I think he did it because of the shower review. Oh, game view. Yeah, everyone and their mom has made a commentary on him. Oh. Wait, you're using Windows Movie Maker titles and low-resolution internet names?
Well, sorry if we all can't have Adobe Premiere. Sheesh, and people want to say Tubers is a graphics fag. Besides, this isn't all that bad for MS Paint and Movie Maker standards. He at least put some effort into it. I mean, if you want to see bad MS Paint videos, look at Xeon the Hero Hogs videos.
And your recolor, this video is already failing and I'm not even far into it, but what the heck. I shouldn't make too much fun of it because, well, that was really mature, blowing up all your haters on YouTube, so.
Hey guys, it's Shadsoul11 here with a brand new commentary. This one was actually suggested by a friend of mine, Shadow1750. My favourite 3D Sonic game out there. X-Play, I feel they went the wrong way.
Jesus Christ, someone just ran over a chihuahua with a freaking truck.
Shadow's your 3D favorite Sonic?
So you could say I'm defending the game, but more importantly,
you're a fanboy, right?
So because he's defending a game you happen to not like, that makes him a fanboy? Then would you not be a fanboy of X-Play since you're defending them from someone who happens to not like the review? I see this a lot with you. You claim people to be fanboys of certain things just because you happen to not like it, making your definition of fanboy off base. So what, does that mean Bound in Flames 21 is a fangirl of Kid vs. Cat because I fucking hate that show?
X-Play's sheer stupidity. So let's get this shit fest over with.
And let's start the fail.
Psst! Hey Gligar, you're doing it wrong. Last time I checked, Red Supre imitations were funny.
badass intro music is not going to save this.
So what does this have to do with the reviews?
Wait, didn't you go on a tangent about Tom's intro to his commentaries, yet you're going to bitch at Tom for criticizing an intro? What's that word I'm looking for? Alright, here it is!
Sonic the Hedgehog games.
But do you think you would prefer them if they actually did not have Sonic the Hedgehog in them?
Oh, what?
If they actually did not have Sonic the Hedgehog in them?
Oh,
Did you even play the game? Because Sonic is in it.
You do know they
He's
wrote
in
this
the
review
intro,
after they
and
were
he's one of the
done.
main-
They wrote this review after they were done. Done with what exactly? The game? Then that just makes Tom's point even stronger, because if they played the game and made that statement, it would have made them come off as completely blind and not even know what happened in the game.
Support characters for the heroes.
Plus, they meant that
Now,
you
I know what you're
played
all
as
thinking.
Shadow the whole
They probably
game.
meant to say that it's a Sonic game where you can't play as Sonic.
Yeah,
well,
there were ones
I
before
still
that,
feel
but
the
still.
need to correct what they said, as it just goes to show how.
So,
such a
in other
simple
words, if
error
they
in
don't
the
say in a
script
certain,
can
if they don't say in a
script
certain
can
way,
lead to
it
a
makes
bad
you
slip-up like
rage
that.
in a commentary,
you're
right?
in luck. We got.
Oh yes, he be raging, man. It's impossible to contain such a rabid beast of anger! I'd like to know your definition of raging too, because apparently that must be off base. Also, way to incorporate Shadow Star logic in your video, the worst kind of logic. It doesn't matter the way I say it, but how I say it. No. The way you say it does have some part, because if you're going to state an argument, you better know how to state it properly, otherwise it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. I'm sure you know that feeling, right sir? If not, don't worry, you'll experience it several more times throughout this entire video.
A Hedgehog game with absolutely none of the stuff that makes the Sonic games cool.
Sonic Labyrinth has been out for 15 years already.
Here's our review of Shadow
Maybe
the
they're not
Hedgehog.
reviewing that.
Wow, that
The
was a
legend of
pointless and
Groundhog's Day
stupid thing to
states that
say.
if the groundhog sees his shadow, we can expect another 6 weeks of winter. If there are legends surrounding hedgehogs, it might go a little something like this. Shadow the Hedgehog sucks.
You lie.
Okay,
Oh
I
my
admit
God.
that seemed a bit harsh
You
judgment.
already can't handle their
The way
opinion
things have been
already.
with
Hold it! You're bashing on Tom for not handling opinions, yet when people call you out on your bullshit, you start pulling excuse after excuse, as if, you know, you're always right and everyone's always wrong. And on top of that, when Tom said that he liked Shadow the Hedgehog, you laughed at his face and called him a fanboy. What's that word I'm looking for? Alright, here it is!
X-Play. I just, don't have any hope for them to give a just and detailed review of this game.
Okay.
Sadly, it's become
They
painfully
do
obvious
detail
that
stuff in this
Sega
game.
has no idea.
Hey guys, remember when he said at the beginning of this video that Tom pulls out every generic fanboy defense argument to bash on X-Play for? Well, he just did one right now. He pulled the nuh-uh card. So this is what contradiction would sound like if it had a physical form.
What to do with the Sonic franchise.
And you say this because... Well, if you ask
Their
me,
last
the
few games
developers,
has sucked.
what they did with this game was take the concept of speed and platforming
You
from
mean
the previous game,
take the concept
but
of
for this
better
game,
games?
they add a few tweaks to the gameplay.
And add a few stuff
So
that
if you
makes it
ask me,
worse.
they did seem
And
to know what
messes
they
it,
were
breaks
doing.
it even more.
So they attempt to incorporate things from other games, and that's what broke this one. Care to explain to me Jack 2's ordeal?
You know any better. Oh, and just to let you
Oh,
know
cool
also,
salt.
Sonic Team makes the games. And
Oh,
Sega
I'm sorry,
publishes them.
Pwn
Just
Master.
wanted
I
to
didn't
clear
know you were
that
the
up.
expert at trash talking
And
people.
instead
I'll
of
be sure
letting
to
it
keep that
retire
in mind.
peacefully, they
Cool.
slapped some lipstick on it, told it to
Why
stop
not
crying,
stop
and made it go
somebody
out and dance for another night. First of all, the gameplay is a letdown. It reminds me of what my ex used to say. I'm not mad at your hedgehog, I'm disappointed.
Is this a joke?
Sure, the basic elements from the Sonic Adventure games are here. The large levels filled with obstacles, enemies, and secret paths for collecting rings.
Congratulations, Adam Sessler.
That wasn't
you just
everything,
contradicted
but
what you said earlier about this game.
You are
having
going to
nothing that made
contradict
the earlier
yourself a
games
lot
good.
more, Shad
Great
Silson.
Oh, and out of that, how many times do you butt yourself in the ass? I think irony is knocking on your door, sir. I think you should answer it.
fucking job.
But the character control is ridiculously awkward.
How are the controls awkward? I had
Spoiler,
no problems
he explains
controlling
it in 3
Shadow,
seconds.
And the buttons responded just fine for me. My only one complaint I had with the
Fanboy
controls was that they were
denying
a bit
the
slippery
problem.
at times.
Again, your definition of fanboy is off base. How is he a fanboy if he goes into further detail on his thoughts on the control to a game? He even brought up issues he had himself, so how is he a fanboy? Oh, that's right, because you hate this guy with a burning passion and are going to bias everything he says just because he likes a game you don't. Also, you talk about maturity on the internet, yet you blindly label people as a fanboy or a fangirl just for liking something you don't. Almost as if you're using it as an insult to put someone down. As if you're more superior to them. What's that word I'm looking for? Alright, here it is.
But other than that, they're not that bad. They just take time to get used to.
When you tap your controller a little, they go over the place.
Gliding about like an ice skater with a brain tumor. And this game has worse camera control than Michael Bay.
He just explained it.
The fuck are you talking about? The only thing I heard from him was when you grind, you feel like you're someone with a brain tumor, then switch the topic to the camera. How's that elaborated on the controls? All he talked about was the grinding, and even that was vaguely explained.
I must insist you elaborate on how the camera controls are apparently worse with Michael Bay, and how this affects
Just wait
the
till you
gameplay.
see the video.
And don't resort to the video did the talking excuse.
In other words,
every maneuver is made
trying hard to
difficult
defend it,
thanks
right?
to that infernal camera. Oh, get over!
Okay, I'll give him that one. The video did kind of do the talking. But there's one thing I'd like to bring up. You say how Tom is trying too hard to defend this game, yet you can't even defend X-Play without biting yourself in the ass. You're the exact same thing you say is bad.
See, he just explained it. Trouble. Fail.
And in some bizarre attempt to make the game edgy, Sega thought it would be a good idea to introduce firearms into the mix.
Well, I fail to see how that's a bad idea. You see, Sonic Team did it to give Shadow more identity as a character, because in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, people pointed out that Shadow's gameplay was too identical to Sonic's, so they decided to give him guns,
Maybe they were different reviewers.
and Chaos Power.
Even if they were different reviewers, they had a point. In Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow played the exact same way as Sonic did. Didn't really come off as creative, almost as if the industry just ran out of ideas for a new Sonic character. Sure, giving Shadow guns and a darker personality isn't all that creative either, but they at least differentiated between Sonic and Shadow so they don't both come off as the same character. Hey, at least one of us is using logic, and obviously you're not coming up with anything. Just doing my job here.
Powers, and bada bing bada boom. Different character, different gameplay. It's not that
And the
hard to
gameplay sucks.
understand.
It's nothing like Sonic.
Sir, would you quit sucking the dick of all the stereotypical Sonic fags and have an opinion of your own?
Oh yeah, a bad idea.
I was not aware of that.
Sure, you get to blast enemies, but you spend most of your
Breaking
time
news.
hunting for
He
ammo and
explained it,
virtually
Chad
no
Silson.
time running really fast.
Barely.
Here's my counter-argument to that. Yes, you do hunt for ammo in the levels, but you don't even need the guns to beat some of the levels. They're entirely
Yeah, because the homing
optional,
attack's broken.
And as long as you're conservative with ammo, you won't even need to make stops. The game is very generous with ammo, so you do get those moments of running really fast even with the occasional ammo stop. Unless you suck at the game and waste all your ammo like an idiot, which I wouldn't be
Great
surprised if that was the
excuse.
case here.
And your excuses to defend X-Play are just as bad, sir. Again, everything you say is
How many times
terrible.
do we need to say this before it gets through everyone's thick heads? Sonic games are not just about speed, they're about platforming as well. Even
Then
in
why
the
have the last
original
few Sonic
the
games
Hedgehog,
been run
there are only a
forward?
handful of levels.
Really? All of Sonic's recent outings? Even Colors? Strange, I remember some platforming in that game. Or what about Generations? There was some platforming in that game too. Oh yeah, that's right, you hate Generations, so of course you'd be oblivious to everything you see.
Which involve speed. The rest
Sega
was
apparently makes every new
platforming.
game Sonic,
So
and you're
no,
using the old
franchise
Sonics to
is
defend
not
it?
all about speed.
Hey, remember when you said that you need to listen to a person's entire argument before making a judgment? He just made one. He was just saying that Sonic was never just about speed, and he went so far back as to use classic Sonic as his example, because those games were what most people think a Sonic game should be. And what Alex Sessler said, he was basically saying all Sonic games should be about speed, when not every single Sonic game has been about speed. Even the classic games had platforming in them. In fact, most people think that the classic Sonic games should basically be everything Sonic should be about today. They would say that it shouldn't just be mind-blowing speed, but platforming as well. That's what made the classic Sonic games so recognizable. Yet you completely misjudged what he stated before he finished his argument. and then just jumping in with no real information at hand. Something you criticized Tom for doing. You know that word I'm looking for? Oh, thank you! You found it!
This is the person who
case,
thinks
then
Shadow's a
Sonic
good
Adventure
game.
2 Battle would be
Well,
a
it's better than
piece
some
of shit compared
retard
to
who
Sonic
mindlessly
and the
sucks
Secret
Alex
Ring.
Sessler's dick.
What's worse is this game could be construed as racist.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm gonna take a break right now from the video just to tell you guys this.
You may not know already, but the only reason I'm making this video is because I think Morgan Webb is hot. And if I defend her, she'll get on one knee and suck my penis. Oh, wait, you already knew that? Well, this is awkward.
Seriously? Using Nostalgia Critic clips out of context are not funny.
How the fuck was that clip out of context? I mean, I hate to see Nostalgia Critic clips getting milked just as much as you do, but it was a representation of his reaction to the comment he just heard. I mean, the enemies are referred to as black aliens, because that's what they are, black aliens. So how is that racist? How is that clip out of context if that was just a representation of his reaction to the comment? You'd probably make that reaction too if someone said something like that about a game you probably liked. Not surprised if you would anyway. And besides, didn't you make certain comments throughout this video that were out of context or irrelevant, such as...
Shadow's your 3D favorite Sonic?
So, you could say I'm defending the game, but more importantly,
You're
I'm
a fanboy, right?
Sonic Labyrinth has been out for 15 years already.
Here's our review of Shadow
Maybe
the
they're
Hedgehog.
not reviewing that.
Retsupre would spit in your face, sir.
They do not make you funny. When you use them out of context, they sound like a random guy sitting at a desk yelling.
Okay, Mr. Funny Man, can I hear your jokes? No? You're just gonna continue talking out of your ass? Well, okay then. Schmuck.
Not funny. One more thing I thought I'd tell you.
Followed by 20 more things.
Your things or points have contradicted themselves. Right after you say something, boom, the guy shows it off. In other words, maybe you need to watch the videos more before making a commentary instead of coming up with an idea in 5 minutes to make a commentary ripping on a guy you don't like because he gave your favorite game a 1 out of 10.
Hey, mister, I believe the saying is called practice what you preach. A few minutes ago, you completely jumped on one of Tom's arguments right before he finished the statement he was about to make, and you took it out of context. And while you say Tom is raging on XPlay for giving a game a low score, you're going after Tom for liking a game you happen to not like. And the only reason you actually decided to go with a commentary on Tom is because you happen to despise him. You're the same contradiction you claim Tom to be, yet you're so blind because all you do is just talk out of your ass. I understand you're trying to be some smug, omnipotent, all-knowing faggot trying to open the eyes of the blind, but here's one problem. You're doing it wrong.
The Black Aliens.
Black aliens.
Committed by the Black Aliens.
Black
Aliens. Eliminate the Black Aliens.
Kill them all.
We must stand united to defend our world against these invaders.
That president seems a little too concerned with the real estate value of his planet now that the black aliens have moved in. I bet if it were white aliens, everyone would be all hugs, smiles, and welcome baskets.
The joke went right over your head. And your recolor light is cool too.
God.
Gotta love the
Adam
animation.
Sessler,
Well, sorry if not
moron.
everyone can get
You're
Flash,
saying
Mr.
the president
Retsupre
is worried
wannabe.
about the planet because of the black aliens. Of course he's fucking worried.
And
the
Shadow is
aliens
also
are
a black
destroying the
hedgehog
planet.
with guns
Oh,
and
but
shit.
you think they're
Wow,
only
that was
trying to
pointless.
stop them
Something you
because
criticized
they're
Tom for doing
black
throughout this
aliens
entire
and
video.
not white
Again,
aliens.
you're a hypocrite.
Nothing all to do with the fact that they're destroying the friggin' planet. Do you even realise how stupid that statement was?
I love how
this
stupid
game
you
is
sound
not
ragey,
promoting
by the way.
racism.
And you know what? Too easy.
You're more
Too
racist
easy.
than this game because you made the separation between black and white. You fucking jackass.
Okay, this is something I can get on Tom for. I wouldn't say they were being racist, mainly because if they were being racist, they would be treating black skin tone as a disease or something that should be treated as inferior to white skin. If Alex Sessler did something like that, then yeah, you could call him a racist for that. You see what I'm doing, Gligar? I'm coming up with arguments and backing it up with facts. Something you fail at doing, apparently.
No, you.
The tragic part of all this is that any hint of racism makes real hedgehogs cry.
You're so funny, XD!
I hate to break it to you, but that isn't a real hedgehog. It's just a Sonic plush.
What?
But enough of this.
And that was kind of pointless. Come on, Tom, don't do that to me, brother.
Something good. I could think of at least 10 things good about the game.
The game sucks, the game sucks, the graphics are horrible.
Yeah, I only say this because other people said it before me, and I'm a mindless sheep, and I follow absolutely everything that I listen to, and not to mention I hate people who like things I don't like.
And there's a lot of them.
But because he couldn't be asked to go into any proper detail, the levels are also awesome because they are varied in their design and have variety to them.
And they all have cheap deaths because of the sloppy controls.
Getting from point A to point B, and you can choose your own story path to take. I think
yeah, and if you've ever played a better game, you'll realize you also have better stories, which you can choose, like Knights of the Old Republic.
It's time to make all final preparations for our ritual.
Good to see Dr. Claw getting some VO work after Inspector Gadget. We actually dug up some of the outtakes in that recording session. Let's take a listen.
Does it say, I'm going to fet you, Shadow, or is that a typo? Get you? Okay. 3, 2, 1. I'll get you next time, Shadow, next time. What? No? Okay, I just thought I'd throw that in for the fans, but okay. It's your destiny. The power emeralds are... Oh, sorry guys, my bad. Just 1 second.
I love this humor.
I told you never to call me here. Seriously. Later.
Sorry about that, boys. Okay, let's back to one.
Okay, I will admit that was kind of funny. But on the other hand, what does it have to do with reviewing the game? If it doesn't have much of
what does it also have to do with you complaining about the intro?
Yet you also bitched at Tom's intro, yet you criticized Tom for bitching at an intro. You can try to act like you're smart, but the truth is, you're just an autistic Down syndrome downy retard kid who makes epileptic downies feel like graduates from Yale. But I think a better argument towards Tom would be, the point of that part was an attempt to make humor into the review, which adds entertainment value. You know, something some commentators attempt to do. I mean, if the joke wasn't funny, I understand that, but you even said it was funny, so congrats, Alex Sessler did what he wanted to do. Boy, God, why am I doing this when you're supposed to be making the commentary? I mean, you're the one who's supposed to be going against this guy, so why is it that I have to make most of the points for you?
Avoid it seeming like it's just padding.
Ultimately, this Shadow leaves us completely in the dark. We give Shadow the Hedgehog a 1 out of 5.
Damn it. Oh, I'm sorry, weren't you also the one who brought up maturity in a commentary, yet you're attempting to crack jokes at Tom? Now, I don't have a problem with pot shots in a commentary, but if you're also going to bring up maturity in a commentary, then you're bullshitting yourself. How is cracking jokes at a person being mature? You want to know why people bash you, Glider? It's because you cross your own lines that you set for other people. You tell someone not to do this, yet you do it the second you object to it. And you make it so obvious, it makes you come off as a retard. And that is why people mock you for it. That's why people make fun of you. That's why people think that you're a retard, because you make yourself come off as one.
Let me just fix that rating for you.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, I have to admit, that was kind of stupid and
Shadow, your
fanboyish.
obsession with the so-called misdeeds of the black aliens is more than a little offensive.
Did you ever consider that the white aliens may have just been doing the same damage?
Oh god, don't bring this up again, or I'll be forced to direct you to an earlier point in the video.
But through corporations or discriminatory laws?
Ways that are accepted by the gun-toting hedgehog policing the streets. Hedgehogs that would shoot a brother dead if they found him in the wrong neighborhood.
So essentially what we're saying is race war is the only answer.
Right. For the record, I'm 1/64th Indian princess.
Does this have anything to do with reviewing the game? Or is it just filler?
Why are you complaining?
Either way.
Do I really have to explain the concept of filler? Alright, I guess I have to, since someone's brain was misplaced. Filler, depending how it's executed, can either be cool or completely pointless. And if it's pointless, then there's no reason for it to be there to begin with, because all it does is waste time. That is why Tom brought that up, because it felt like a waste. Which is funny, because didn't you complain about trivial things as well? Like saying how Tom is a faggot because his favorite Sonic game is Shadow the Hedgehog. That was pretty trivial. Oh, and it was pretentious.
Either way, review's over. So yeah, whether you like or dislike Shadow the Hedgehog as a game, I'm sure we can all agree that X-Play's review was complete bollocks.
Oh no, I hate this because it's a 1 out of 5.
Oh, and I hate this commentary because he likes a game I hate. Curse you, Tom! Curse you for not being a mindless sheep!
It's not always a bright idea to bring up stuff like racism in your reviews. because the way you talked about it, it could give others the wrong idea.
You also have a recolor.
So
What the fuck does that have to do with racism? Are you implying that because of Tom's recolor, that makes him racist? I'm not taking anything you said out of context. That's exactly what I'm hearing here. My god, you stupid, idiot, son of a bitch, dumb bastard. Jesus Christ, I've met some dumb bastards in my time, but you take them all.
I'm sure you can see why I think Shadow the Hedgehog has been judged unfairly by reviewers. If you want an intelligent Shadow Hedgehog review, watch Game Trailer's review on it, because they actually
gave it an 8
a
out
fair
of 10.
chance. I'm also going to say this, don't watch X-Play, because Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb are a pair of morons
And
who don't know
because they
shit
gave
about
it
the
a
games
1
they
out of
review.
5.
Oh, give it up, sir. Morgan Webb isn't going to suck your dick no matter how many times you try to defend her. Besides, she's way too old for you anyway, Mr. Bastard Child of Tim Allen.
Instead, watch GameSpot or Game Trailers reviews. Heck, go watch IGN's reviews, because they are more professional than these clowns. So that's
You're
all I gotta
professional
say.
too
This
using
is Shad
paint.
7.
Oh, for the love of God, we get it already. You fucking hate this guy. Could you go for at least 5 seconds without pulling some biased stupidity from your gaping asshole? I told you for the last time, nobody's going to stick a dildo in there for you.
I'm saying goodbye, take care, and Sonic Hound 5200, it's great that you finally listened to criticism and
Congratulations
apologise.
with paint.
It's official. You suck.
It's official. You're immature. Anyway.
First of all, Tom is not a kid. From what I've seen of his videos, he's over 18. That's not a kid's age, sir. That's a young adulthood. And secondly, you're in no position to talk about maturity considering you A, blindly label people as fanboys because they like something you don't, B, you treat Tom like shit just because you despise him, and C, treat Tom as everything he does is the biggest mistake to mankind. You can say Tom is all these things, but in the end, you're just as fucking bad, if not worse, than who you claim to be as bad. I mean, I'm sorry, I know I'm being, repetitive, but it's pretty much all you can freaking say about this video. He's a walking contradiction. I mean, everything he criticizes Tom for doing, he does the same fucking thing.
Yeah, let me just say, this kid is really immature.
Hi, Pot. This is the kettle. Why did you call him... Fuck.
Drawing stuff about people you hate really isn't going to get you very far.
And neither is making biased and hominid attacks towards people that you hate, but hey, that's never stopped you, now has it?
I'm starting to wonder if this guy got suspended from YouTube because this video wasn't even on YouTube, it was on blip.tv. You know, the site where people who fled from YouTube go to, like that guy with the glasses, or other people like him.
And way to show that you fail at research, because Tom posts his videos on Blip and makes trailers to the videos on his YouTube account, which is still up, because, you know, that way people can find them, so they don't have to search aimlessly for them, like, I wonder when he's going to make a commentary. Oh, he just happened to make one. And the reason he puts it on Blip is because Blip has a better handle on copyright, so you don't have to worry about false flaggers. That ever crossed your mind? Oh, wait, I forgot. You need to have a mind in order for something to cross it.
Because of his popularity using it, so... Yeah, all in all, this is a fail commentary of a review.
And you made a shitty commentary on a review. So I made a commentary on a shitty commentary on a review. Help me.
In other words, this guy just needs to grow up.
All you need.
And that was it. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more, and that's all.
Yes, let's subscribe to a guy who contradicts himself more than the plotline to Sonic 06. I think I'll pass. Adios, mind slaves.
My favourite 3D Sonic game out there.
You pompous, stuck-up, snot-nosed, English, giant, twerp, scumbag, fuckface, dickhead, asshole!
Yeah, see this? You should really invest in one.
Hey everybody, the Rose here with a commentary for you. I haven't done one of these in a while. This one is on the IGN game review of Sonic Generations. This has been covered a few times already, I know, in some commentaries. More notably by Lucario Trainer 16, whom Ratsutsu Rises said he was bitching about this review. Well, in my opinion, he had every right to.
So, despite the fact that IGN gave a Sonic game a good review, people should still bitch at them according to what you think? Hell, they even gave it editor's choice, yet you and Lucario Trainer are still whining like little bitches just because they didn't give it a perfect score. Yeah, you can say you weren't, but I know that's the reason why. Let me put it like this. You guys love to bash IGN for being biased towards Sonic games. Well, in the scenario where they would do nothing but dick suck Sonic, saying everything in the game is perfect and can ignore some of the issues that the game has, that would be a form of bias because they're just following a crowd and not truly expressing an opinion of their own. They're just jumping on a bandwagon. So in short terms, even if they did nothing but praise this game, there would still be some bias in the review. But you wouldn't care considering they're praising a Sonic game, which you wanted to be praised. So not only would IGN be biased, but so would you.
And well, let's begin, shall we?
Is it safe to say Sonic is good again? Seems like the last 2 years have seen numerous fun titles starring the Hedgehog. It's almost enough to make you forget about Werehogs and that time Sonic tried LARPing. He's like the Mickey Rourke of video games. Sure, it looked like he was totally dead for a while, but now he's back and we're ready to love him again.
So basically you're saying it's time to start loving Sonic again because Sega made a few decent Sonic games. What if the next one sucks? Will it be time to start hating him some more? And while I'm at it, what is LARPing?
LARPing. Live action role playing. And also, that's not what he stated. He stated that Sonic may have been a little shaky, but now it seems the industry just calmed down and gotten things together. But of course, due to your bias towards IGN, I wouldn't be surprised you try to take what he say out of context. No wonder it feels like nearly every other commentary on IGN I've seen.
So how does Sega explain two Sonics? With time paradoxes, of course. A big purple monster thing steals all of Sonic's friends and dumps him into Limbo, where he meets his past self.
You forgot to mention that.
I censored that bit out because those are spoilers that occur at the end of the game. When making a review, the target demographic are those who might be interested in the game. You don't want to spoil the game for someone who hasn't played it yet because then there would be no point in getting the game. I mean, it's like someone making a review on Space Odyssey and the reviewer says, "The guy turned into a space fetus." My god, I've only made one video game review and I know more about this shit than you do.
In order to restore time and space, the Sonics have to relive moments from their past and run really, really fast because that fixes time somehow.
You know, I didn't understand that part much either.
It all felt the need to add something like this because everyone must know. My arguments are so totally
I don't want to
relevant.
spoil the story too much, but if you ever thought, I wish my Sonic game had 100% more Tails the Fox in it, then you're in luck.
Mentioning the fact that there are two Tails characters in this game is pretty pointless, because you can't play as him, and it has really nothing to do with this review.
Oh, what? So the reviewer can't plug in a little shout out to the fans of Tails the Fox? For shame on you, IGN. Also, isn't it ironic that you rag on IGN and how they made a pointless statement, yet your last argument was a pointless statement? Wrap your head around that one, folks.
Everything in Sonic Generations looks good while you're in motion. Like a racing game, it's designed to be sped past quickly.
Hold the phone, people. Since when the hell is Sonic a racing game? Last time I remember playing a Sonic racing game was Sonic R, and that was 15 or so years ago.
He said like a racing game. You see this? Yeah, I think you need one. Also, being nitpicky here, but last time I checked, there are racing challenges in Generations, so couldn't you technically say there's a racing genre flavor in Generations? Also, Sonic R is the most recent Sonic racer on foot. Sonic rivals anyone? I mean, just saying.
The layered backgrounds and vistas are nice, but this isn't a game to stop and admire the textures. And if you love Sonic's modern, vocal-fueled soundtrack, why?
Because it's hardcore!
The game's iconic tracks are awesome, but I'm most grateful that the game lets you change songs in the levels. There are only so many times you can hear City Escape before you want to kill yourself.
You say we can change the songs before or in each stage, but yet then you say we can only hear City Escape so many times before we want to kill ourselves. You know, some of us actually like the music in the game. Like, I'm actually fairly satisfied with some of the music in the game. So I believe you just contradicted yourself by saying you're thankful you can change the music in each stage and then go saying that you basically hate one of the tracks. If you don't like it, change it.
Excuse me, sir, have you forgot to read your dictionary lately? He never contradicted himself. He just brought up that there's so many times that you can hear a song in a stage that you'd want to kill yourself, so you can change the music. Tell me, do you find a contradiction from someone asking would you like ketchup or mustard?
Every major stage in Sonic Generations has two acts: classic, side-scrolling Sonic, and modern 3D homing attack Sonic. The platforming and the more modern, almost racing game levels fit together nicely.
Again, Sonic is not a racing game. It's a platformer. Get it right.
Though there are still the occasional
screw
moments
it, too
of clunky
easy.
controls that can stop the action dead.
Oh, right, because you as the player making stupid mistakes gives you the excuse to say that this game has poor controls. I call bullshit.
You know what I find funny? No, not this commentary. This commentary is dreadful. This is how it goes down. Someone talks about control in a video game review. Someone asks for either elaboration or proof. Yet when they do show proof, they're judged for sucking at the game. So this is the layout. If you have no elaboration about video game controls, then your review is poorly constructed. But when you do have elaboration, and even visual proof, you're labeled as a noob. And you want to say IGN is full of contradiction and bullshit?
What's great is that every level is a recreation of a level from a previous game. It's what makes this whole game so cool. And of course there are boss battles. You'll fight familiar bosses and rivals like Perfect Chaos and Metal Sonic. They're fun, but they feel a bit lackluster compared to boss battles of the past, and the overall epicness of the game. There are also challenge missions for each world that mix up the gameplay. Most are cool, but a few of them, usually the ones starring Sonic's dumb friends, are annoying. Thankfully, they're almost completely optional, so you can just play the good ones.
Sonic's stupid friends, huh? Just when I thought you were going good.
Going
Well,
good?
unless you consider
Fucking hell, you've been
Knuckles,
bitching at them throughout this entire commentary.
Shadow,
When did you think they were going good?
in them. Well, personally, I don't really care much for Cream Want, but seriously, the rest of them are pretty damn cool, so don't go and say they're stupid. And no, they're not completely optional, you dumbass. If you're an achievement hunter like a lot of people are, you have to do them all.
Oh yes, you can't hate these Sonic characters because I say so. I am the genius.
Also, how are they not optional when you said yourself the only reason you need to do all of them is if you're an achievement hunter? So if you're not an achievement hunter, they're completely optional. You're pulling out contradiction after contradiction and you don't even know it, yet you call IGN dumbasses. Sir, the mayor is down the hall. Go look into it and try saying that line again. You might see something bizarre.
Sonic Generations is a love letter to the Blue Blur, a Sonic game for Sonic fans. It seems like Team Sonic finally listened to the fanbase and took everything that didn't suck about the last 2 decades of Sonic and put it in one game. The levels are great, the action is mostly tight, and the nostalgia is at its max. For more on Sonic Generations, spin dash to IGN.com.
So, these are your bullet points to summarize your review, huh? Alright, let's go down the list here. First of all, 2 Sonics. Really? You're making that a bullet point? Seriously? We've known that since the game was teased about a year ago.
IGN, what did we retards tell you about making jokes? You know we think you're 100% serious all the bloody time.
Sometimes clunky, yes. I have encountered a few glitches in this game which have kind of pissed me off. A couple quirky camera moments, that's kind of usual with the 3D Sonic, of course. And a glitch where Sonic was running backwards in the final battle against Time Eater. Yeah, that's kind of strange.
Hold it! Didn't you accuse the guy for sucking at the game on purpose when talking about clunky controls? Yet, now you're agreeing with him? Lucario Trainer, who did you sleep with to produce this demon baby?
Next, few boss fights. Really? I don't know. This game has 6, 7 of them? 7? Yeah, 7. And that's more than Sonic 1.
Ooh, yay. One more boss battle from the original Sonic the Hedgehog makes such a fucking difference!
Hell, if you break apart Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, this game has more than those games also.
No, it fucking doesn't. Sonic 3 had so many boss fights you could rape a bitch with them. They had a mini-boss after every Act 1, and a regular boss after every second act, and even had a final boss too. So in total, that's 15 bosses. Where did you learn how to do math? And more importantly, what are you smoking? Because I want some.
And it also has more boss fights than Sonic 4. Gee, man, you really don't think before you speak, do you?
Hi, Pot. This is the Kettle. Why did you call him black?
Here. Personally, Mr. IGN Reviewer, you failed to mention a lot of things about this game. You failed to mention about being able to play Sonic 1 on this game. You failed to mention about being able to unlock the older music in the game throughout various Sonic games. You failed to mention anything about Sonic's big variety of skills he has in this game. You failed to mention being able to unlock artwork and videos in this game and whatnot. You failed to mention that you can play as Super Sonic again in this game.
Actually, they do mention things like unlockables in the written review. Yeah, you know how some Sonic fans say that it's unfair for them to bash Sonic Unleashed for only playing the first few levels? It's also unfair to bash IGN just solely on what was in their video review.
You know, this to me is a piss-poor, half-assed, sorry excuse for a game review,
and this was a half-assed commentary made by a guy with the mental capacity of some retard who works at Game Informer. Speaking of which, why not go after them? They gave the game a 6.75 just because Modern Sonic gave them bad memories.
Learn how to think before you speak, and learn how to review a game the right way, and cover pretty much all the aspects of the game, you know, to do it right.
Because if we want our fixes on how to make a video game review, we should go to a guy who has no fucking clue how to do a video game review. Sir, your stupidity amazes me. You can't cover every aspect to a game in a review. They can only say so much to a limit so they don't spoil the game for people who haven't played it yet. Which is something you still fail to realize. Their target demographic are those who haven't played the game yet. I mean, according to your logic, if he explained unlockables, that still wouldn't be enough because he didn't show how to get the unlockables. Then he'd have to go back and show how to get the unlockables. That still wouldn't be enough though because he didn't show the fastest or slowest routes. Then he'd have to keep going back further and further until they're making a freaking walkthrough of the game. This is a review. Walkthroughs are for those who want to know how to complete a certain portion of the game. This is IGN. This is not Brain Scratch Comms. They're the ones doing a walkthrough on this game. Go to them if you want your detail. Like, if you want to know how to get past the water hazard portion in Half-Life 2, you'd look up a walkthrough, not a game review. Again, I've made only one video game review and I know more about this shit than you do.
Because otherwise you're gonna make yourself out to be a jackass like you just did. Well, that's the end of this video. I am the Rose saying see ya. Till next time, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Peace.
If your other videos are just as bad as this one, I don't want to subscribe. Adios, Mindslave.